I still have 4 books to read before my reading goal is complete for 2024. Do you want to know what day it is? I'm so glad you asked. It's the 22nd of December. But I'm 4 books away. Like, there's no way. According to Goodreads, I'm 2 books behind schedule. But we're gonna snap that right into place. So it's a couple days before Christmas. My goal is, so, hi guys, welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to be completing my reading goal. And you are going to hold me accountable. Because I can't be that close and not finish it. But for our books that we're reading first, I'm being hopeful, because I only have 2 books on my physical TBR right now that I'm like interested in reading, that I like brought home with me, and that is Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey, which is a Christmas book, obviously, that I just randomly got like at Target last week. I don't actually really want to read this, but I probably will just for the Christmas vibes. And then I really want to read Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. I have seen so much about this everywhere, and as a retired orchestra kid, I think I need this in my life. And then I'm hoping I'll get some books for Christmas, and then that will, you know, give us anyways. But, so I think I'm going to start with, which you might be thinking, Grace, a couple days before Christmas, knock the Christmas book out of the way. Yeah. But what if we do this? Let's get into this. I have a headache, but I'm literally recording this for you guys. I surprisingly, plot twist, finished this book in one sitting. I literally did not mean to. I started this at like 4 o'clock yesterday-ish when I made that first clip, and then finished it around like 10 p.m. I devoured this book, and I knew I was because I got about here and I was like, I wish I was recording. I was sitting there like writhing around on my bed because I was like like, I absolutely love this book. I ended up giving it a 4 stars. It thought it was gonna be a 4.5, but I kept it at the 4-star because as I pondered about it, I realized while I did love it, I ate it up, I didn't necessarily feel too connected with our characters. Like, I don't know, I wasn't like, I was rooting for them, but I didn't really feel like a strong connection to either of their backstories. Like, I don't know, because it was focused on the romance, not really as much their personal lives, if that makes sense. But I really liked it. Really healed something in me as a former orchestra kid. I saw a review that was like, all the instrument switching, like this doesn't make, I thought this was, okay, I'm not in a professional orchestra, but I felt like this was kind of realistic to like the culture of orchestras, like, I don't know, from like what I remember. But yeah, I thought it was great. And I thought the author, she used music terms, which I liked. It focused a lot on the orchestra, which I really liked. And also it was like New York and like a fun vibe, and it ended on Christmas. The book ends with Christmas. Hello, like, that's perfect. I do think I saw a TikTok about this book of someone saying, me reading a book when it's in 3rd person, but I know it would eat in dual POV. I think this book would have been 10 times better if we had gotten dual POV instead of weird 3rd person, which I love a 3rd person. Trust me, 3rd person omniscient, that's the best type of point of view in my opinion. But we did get these, like, yeah, they're called cello suites, and it's like Xander, Alex, his like point of view, but not really. It's like, it'll go into just like, oh, in high school he didn't, it's like kind of like mini stories thrown out in there, which I liked, but I just think as dual POV this would have been great, because I would have loved to see, because like the yearning that this man has is wild. Like, he is desperate. He is like literally like anxious mess, just trying to get her to agree to go to coffee with him. And I'm like, but yeah, so that was great. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this book. It was great. 4 stars. Julie Soto. I'm gonna have to read her other book, Forget Me Not. I don't know, but yeah, that was that. I finished that last night. So it's Christmas Eve, and I think today I'll start Wreck the Halls. So I gotta get my Christmas book in, but it's over there, so I can't show you guys. But if I start that today, I'll let you guys know. But I've had a headache like all day, so I've just been kind of laying down. Yeah. It's now Friday the 27th. Guess who has very little time to complete her reading goal? Me. But I think it's 9:30. I don't know why I'm like procrastinating this. Like, I don't procrastinate schoolwork. Like, I don't know why I'm procrastinating this reading. Anyway, Wild Love by Elsie Silver. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna start Wild Love by Elsie Silver. Even though it is thick, I really want to read it. And Lana, do you like have something to say? Apparently not. But I think I'm gonna read it physically. Oh my gosh! Start it physically, and then I might transfer over to my Kindle for funsies because I also have it downloaded on here. Oh, by the way, I got a Kindle for Christmas. Hi guys, it is the 28th of December. Still reading on my Kindle. Well, I mean, this is like where I left off last night. So last night before I went to bed, I got to chapter 11 of Wild Love. Wild Eyes is the second book. And I'm really vibing with it so far. I don't know if this was necessarily the best book to pick to get through my reading goal, considering it's 450 pages, practically. I'm 23% so far. I wish you would tell me like how many hours I have left of reading, not just in the chapter. Like, I want to know like total. Something I'm noticing about this book though, it feels so so much more like, I don't know if serious is the right word, but like serious than like Chestnut Springs felt. At this moment, I don't feel super connected to the characters, but I'm also only 100 pages in, so like, how connected can you really be? I really like them though. They're really entertaining. Like, I don't know. I feel like I love Elsie Silver's writing. Like, this just feels like home, you know? But I did see at the beginning, it starts with a map of like the area, and I saw Chestnut Springs, and I was like, I miss them. I miss my friends. But yeah, so I look slightly insane. I'm starving, but it's currently Sunday, December 29th. I've been reading for like the past almost 3 hours straight. I took a little break in there at some point, but I'm currently, there's sticky stuff on my book. I'm currently on page 320 of Wild Love by Miss Elsie Silver. I'm actually just about to update my Kindle because I've been going back and forth. Last night in bed, today I've just been reading on my physical book, but yesterday I was reading on my Kindle. I finished Wild Love by Miss Elsie Silver just a little bit ago. I've been on my phone kind of reeling in, but I think I'm gonna give this book a 4.5 stars. It was so good, and I almost want to give it a 5 stars, but it didn't give me that 5-star feeling. So we're settling it at a 4.5, but it was so good. I'm already obsessed with the Rose Hill series. Very excited for Wild Eyes. That's the next one. Very, very excited, but I'm not going to start that next, I don't think. But I'm really excited because I've seen people really like it. So very excited for that. But yeah, I finished this a little bit ago, and I think next, well, I did some cross-checking, and I realized I had forgotten to put a couple of books on my Goodreads that I had read that I had logged on my story graph when I was using both. So actually, I only need to read one more book by the end of the year to finish my reading goal, because I've read 49 now so far. So I think that last one is going to be The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. One, in part because it's so short. So I think, and it's a thriller, so I'll be able to knock this out. And I have been wanting to read this for so long. I mean, I feel like I'm the only person on this planet that hasn't read this book. I don't usually pick up the thriller mystery genre, though I love it. I love mystery specifically, but thriller, I kind of haven't dipped my toes in yet, but I read The Fury over the summer, and I really liked that, because I love, like, Knives Out type of movies. And mystery books like The Inheritance Games and, like, the Natural series is one of my favorite series ever. Like, I need to read The Debutantes by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. But anyway, where, like, they can get graphic, you know, because I feel like as people who read fantasy, I feel like are just so incredibly desensitized to, like, gore and graphicness in novels, because it's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, Sam Cortland's eye gets ripped out of his head in Throne of Glass, so, like, I don't even know. So yeah, anyway, all that to say, I'm gonna start this later. I'm about to head to my mom's, but yeah. And let's see how many pages this is. It's just slightly over 320 pages, but I think this is on Kindle Unlimited. So when I go to my mom's, gonna take my Kindle with me, and see if I can download it on there, just because I need to connect to the Wi-Fi. So yeah, that is it. But it's the 29th, and we have one more book to read before we finish and hit our New Year goal.
I start dealing with any agents yet, but I do think I would assume that, like, even when I'm not reading the books, I'm thinking.
I've been reading this on my Kindle, like, primarily. I haven't even touched the physical book. It's right next to me. But I started it on my Kindle last night, so I feel like I need to continue it on my Kindle. I'm on page 139 of 329. I was addicted to it last night. Like, I sat there, like, according to my Kindle, I have 2 hours left. So, I'm gonna read some. I am gagged. Oh my god. I look god awful. So I just finished The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I don't know why I'm holding the book. I literally only read it on my Kindle. I'm so glad I read it on my Kindle though, because I got to highlight all those things. It's noon. I literally woke up and I was like, I have to continue reading this book. Like, I started it yesterday, finished it this morning, because I'm like, I have to keep going. Like, I literally had to physically put the book down, like, lock my Kindle to get me to stop reading it last night. I landed on a 4.5 for the rating of this book, because it was really gaggy, but, like, I don't know, like, it wasn't like, you know, like, I was gagged, but I feel like it could have almost been gaggier, if that makes sense. I don't know, like, that was kind of wild. It kind of, I felt like at the end got a little bit messy a little bit. I kind of got a little bit confused. Not confused, but, like, there was a lot going on. But the ending, like, is Millie, like, a, spoiler, she, like, a assassin now? Like, okay, whatever. But yeah, so now I've officially hit my reading goal for 2024. 50 books that I read. I'm so happy. And it's the 30th, so literally just in time. But I'm gonna get ready and I will finish up this video with a review of all the books that I read. But I just had to update you guys. Hi guys! So, I just got ready. It's literally like 20 minutes later. But, this is the conclusion of this video. So let's chat. The first book I read was Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. I have my books pulled up on my laptop, which is what you're sitting on, which is why I'm like awkwardly looking out to the side. I really like this book. I don't have it with me, so I can't like hold on and show you guys, but I really like this book. It was really fun. I didn't necessarily feel attached to any of the characters. I think I gave it a 4-star flat rating. So like it was good. I would highly recommend it. Like it was great. I didn't feel attached per se to any of the characters. Like I wasn't really like, oh, like I care about you as a character, but I was like rooting for them like as a couple, kind of. It kind of felt like watching like a rom-com movie, like 10 Things I Hate About You, where it's like, well, actually that's one of my favorite movies, so that's a bad example. But you know, like a classic rom-com where you're like, you don't really know much about their backstories, but you're just like, oh my god, I want you two together, that's cute. Like that's kind of how it felt, and it released some music kid energy in me. Then the next book I read, I took a break for a couple of days, and then and it was Wild Love by Miss Elsie Salva, and I have been wanting to read this book for months on end. I literally wanted to read this book when I first finished the Chestnut Springs series, like right immediately, but I was like, no, I have to wait. I have to give myself a break because I didn't want to burn myself out on her books. But I love this book. I landed on a, what did I give it? I think I gave it either a 4.25 or a 4.5. Put it up on the screen. I can't remember right now. But I really liked it. It was so good. It kind of felt, I feel like how I feel about this book, kind of how I felt about Flawless. Is it Flawless? The first book in Chestnut Springs, where I'm like, the last book that I just finished, that I started yesterday, is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. This was so good. I rated this a 4.5. It's not gaggy enough to be a 5-star read, but 4 stars feels too low, because it did get me. I was like, I didn't know where the book was going, and also it was so addicting. Like I literally I was planning on reading for like an hour last night, and I read the entire thing on my Kindle, because I was like, last night I was like, I don't feel like holding the book, like I just want to read it on my Kindle. And I literally sat there like, oh my god, it was like addicting. I was just going for like 2 hours. 2 hours, and then I had to physically, and it was 11:30, and I was like, I need to go to bed, like I need to put these puppies to bed. But I was like, I still want to read, and I was literally going to continue to read in bed, and honestly probably would have finished it, but like stayed up way too late. So like probably good. And I literally had to like lock my Kindle, and I like put it away. I had to like step away from it. Okay, that's 2024 wrapped up. I will be doing a video of every single book I read in 2024, going through all of them. I don't know when I'm gonna film that, but I have a plan to post it. I have a plan to do it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching me finish my reading challenge. I'm so happy, and it's the 30th, and I don't think I'm gonna read another book this year, because I don't want to carry a book into the new year. That feels wrong for me. I hope you all finished your reading goals, or you got really close. And what are our reading goals gonna be for 2025? I've yet to decide mine. It feels really permanent. So yeah, okay, bye bye.